Welcome to Neurofeedback. In this video, I'll give you a quick overview of brainwaves and their role in brain stability. A stable brain is an essential part of a well-balanced life. Neurofeedback trains the brain to correct the amount of brainwaves it produces. It also improves brain connectivity, how the various parts of the brain speak to each other. All brainwaves are needed in different amounts. Another word for amounts is amplitudes, in various parts of the brain and at different times of the day. But you have to keep in mind, a healthy lifestyle contributes significantly to a healthy brain and vice versa. This video can't contain all that information, but here are some of the basics that we all know about already. Of course, it's important to have a healthy diet. Proper hydration is important for the brain. You need to check your levels of vitamin D, especially if you live in northern states. That's essential for brain health. And you have to have some kind of form of daily exercise. It doesn't matter what it is. Try to pick something you enjoy most and try to do it at least 30 minutes a day. So as we said, we need a variety of different kinds of brain waves. We have fast brain waves, which are called beta, high beta, and gamma. They are part of a range of brain waves that help with mental alertness and focus, which are needed for clear thinking and problem solving. For example, during the day, we need to perform tasks, whatever they may be, doing the laundry, washing the dishes, picking up the kids, driving. We need fast brain waves to keep us awake and alert and attentive. Paramedics need high beta waves because they're in intense situations and they need to be super alert, super focused. We need those high beta waves to keep them on task. Same thing with astronauts. They need to be able to think outside of the box and really focus on what they're doing out in space. So very often they can produce gamma waves, as can, for example, surgeons when they're operating on a table. You'll see that they can produce gamma waves as well. So we need an assortment of fast brain waves. We need them in the right amount and in the right part of the brain. So what happens when you have too many fast waves in, say, the wrong part of the brain at the wrong time of the day? You can easily become overwhelmed, anxious, have panic attacks. You can have short temper. You're more reactive, impatient, fearful, angry, and you tend to worry a lot more often. We also have slow brain waves, and we need these too. And these brain waves are delta, theta, and alpha. Slow brain waves are needed for sleep, creativity, and just for relaxing. When you're hanging out during the day and you're in the zone and just having a picnic and relaxing, we're producing alpha waves. When we lay back in a chair, that's a signal to the brain to start producing more alpha waves to help us to relax. So all of these brain waves are important and essential to help us stay healthy and have a stable brain. Delta waves especially are needed at night. When we produce delta waves, our immune system is working to keep us safe and protected from viruses and any kind of infections that we may have, or any type of inflammation overnight kind of gets resolved. And that's why it's so important to get good sleep. Theta waves, for example, artists tend to produce a lot of theta waves, more so than the general public, because they have more creative mind and they think outside the box. And so for them, it's normal to have more theta waves in a certain part of the brain. But we all need theta waves to think outside the box and be problem solvers with certain situations that don't necessarily have a solution for us right before us. Alpha waves are necessary to keep us calm but alert. Like a pitcher on a mound needs to be focused and alert but still calm. And so he's producing a lot of alpha waves when he's in that zone, and he has to find a way of getting there, right? So what happens when we have too many slow waves? Well, we can become depressed, sluggish, inattentive, unmotivated. We can have difficulty processing information, and we get tired. It's hard to get through the day when you feel that way. So let's look a little bit about where we need these brain waves and what type of brain waves we need in different parts of the brain. So first of all, let's review. We need them all in different amounts at different times of the day and in different locations. The left frontal lobe, we need to run faster, right? So remember those faster waves. That's what we're talking about. We need more of those faster waves at the frontal lobe, especially at the left. And we're talking about proportion here. So it's relative to the right. Produces more fast waves like beta, high beta, and gamma. On the right hemisphere and posterior part of the brain, we need the slower waves to be higher. It runs slower, meaning proportionately it produces more slow brain waves like theta and alpha. So we have the fastest brain waves, which are gamma, high beta, beta, SMR, which is called sensory motor rhythm. It's at the center strip of the brain. We have alpha, theta, and delta, which are the slowest. We need them all in right proportions at the right part of the brain at the right time of the day. So in review, a stable brain has the appropriate amount of these brain waves at the right time of day and at a specific location in the brain. These brain waves respond to our environment and circadian rhythms. They change depending on the task at hand. They can be negatively affected by trauma, lack of sleep, medications, viruses, poor diet, just to name a few. The good news is that this effect, known as neuroplasticity, can be positively influenced. In fact, neurofeedback therapy is one of the most effective methods for correcting these imbalances.